know that the census is due this year on April 1st? And guess what? This time we can finally count as Caribbean. This year, all you have to do is 1. Check the race box, and 2. Write in your country of birth or ancestry. You can answer by the paper form, online, or by phone. Everybody counts in Census 2020. So count as Caribbean. Yes, we count.
Yeah! You gotta be firm in this time, son. You gotta be strong in this time, son.
I had to make a dramatic intro, you know what I mean? I had to come in with a bang, you know what I mean? I had to come in like that, eh? Guys, I'm sorry I'm late. I'm super sorry I'm late. But I have a good reason though. I'll tell you guys my reason for being late. And I hope you guys forgive me. But I had no choice. I'll explain it shortly. So as you come in, guys, go ahead and share up the thing. I know we're late. Oh gosh. I get calls, I get threat, I get voicemail, where I'm at. All kind of thing all you send me. Guys, I'm okay, I'm alright. Let me start a watch party and then I'll tell all you why I'm late today. Start a watch party here. Hey, how you doing, Vilma? How you doing? Big up yourself. Welcome to the ride. Guys, as you come in, share the thing and say, I share. Share the thing and say, I share. Oh, Javon, you want to know the background song? The background song is called Strength No Weakness by James Z.P. Strength No Weakness by James Z.P. All right, that's the name of the song. Let me share, start a watch party. Guys, say I share. Share it and say I share. And I'll put your name, your comment up on the screen. Just share the program, say I share. Christine, I see you. And I'll put your comment on the screen. Share it and say I share. I'll put your comment on the screen. Sky Wadley. Hey, how you doing, my friend? I haven't seen you in a long time. Hope you're doing well. You're the family up there in London. I hope I'm not mistaken the person. Lydia Joseph, thank you so much for sharing. Sharing is caring. Share up the thing. Let me see who else we have. On the ride. Hey, big up yourself. Andrea, she done share it long time. Andrea, you is a boss. Oh, listen, prepare to spend a little longer time with me today, please. Whatever you had planned after ride along, extend it. Tell them you can't make it right now, so you have to extend it. Extend whatever time you had in mind. Whatever other show you had plans to watch, cancel it. Cancel it right now. Just tell the people and them you can't watch it today. Cancel it. Who else we have? Deanne Fraser, please share the thing. Patricia Noel, thank you so much. We appreciate you. I share to Chef Curly Baswin. Chef Curry Baswin. I hope I'm getting it right. Thank you so much. Thank you for sharing. Who's your number one sharer there? I share. Good evening to you from Orlando, Florida. All the folks in Orlando, Florida, thank you so much. Tamika Rogers, always there and sharing up the thing. I share, Tamika. Thank you so much for sharing. I share always. Christine, big sis, thank you for sharing. They say sharing is caring. What? Give the hand my... Yes, big up all yourself. So let me tell all you what happened, right? Before we start the program, because we have an interesting program to discuss with you guys today. But before I bring on my guests, let me tell all you what happened to me today, just why I'm late. So I had a funeral, and as you guys know, if you don't know, that with the COVID-19, a lot of families can go to funerals and have the type of celebration, life celebration, because a funeral is a celebration of a life. So families cannot have that celebration as they used to before. So only 10 permitted inside of a funeral home. So I've been streaming all these funerals for families so they could see their loved ones. So today, I just came from a funeral and there was very few of the family members there. So about 80% of everybody was doing the service online on Zoom. So we had to set it up and stream it up and everybody had to say their piece. And when I look at the clock, I was like, damn, it's 6 o'clock. But I couldn't leave, guys. As much as I wanted to be here, I couldn't leave. I had to finish the service. So that's why I am late. Okay? That's why I am late. And I rushed to get here so we could have this conversation with my friends. That's why I'm late today. All right. Let's bring on my friends. They are here because they are very controversial. Well, I ain't gonna say very controversial. It's something that my producer Lynn brought to my attention today. And she said, Junior, we have to speak to these ladies. I said, what is the topic? What are we speaking to them about? She said, this is the topic. It goes a little something like this. These women are here to make a case as to why you should, let me don't put words in their mouth. Allow, you know what? Let me don't say it because I might mess it up. So let me have them explain it and let us debate it. They are right now ready to chime in. How are you doing, my friend Ice? How are you?
Great. I'm doing great. Thank you for letting me be here as a guest.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And of course, she is Miss Kennedy.
Hey,
how are you
not
doing?
Sure if y'all can hear me, but hi, everybody.
I can hear you. Could you hear me? Kennedy, could you hear me? Okay, Kennedy cannot hear me, but we'll make it work. All right. So, Ice, I tried to explain it, but I think you do it best. You do a better job of explaining. You do a much better job of explaining it.
I do my best.
My understanding of what you're saying, and correct me if I'm wrong, is that you should not stress over the fact that your boyfriend is cheating. You should allow it, deal with it. Put it into perspective for me. Fill up the blank spaces. Let me know what I'm missing.
Well, basically, Shatrivia is my good friend. I'm a very big supporter of her being an author and just all the things that she's working on. We have many, many conversations all the time about women who deal with cheating and adultery. And we came across this term of let him cheat in peace. And the reason why the term came about is because we counsel and we give guidance to a lot of women who decide to stay in a relationship with a person that they believe is cheating, a person who just cheated, or some type of fear of cheating. And so with that, that's how we came up with the topic of saying that. So it's all about basically creating peace in your life, regardless of what's happening. So that's the main point of everything to the story. So a lot of women deal with cheating. A lot of people deal with adultery. And those who tend to stay, you can't live your life in chaos. You can't live your life in discord. You can't live your life in depression. It's a lot of women who in this transition or this middle ground were living day to day in fear, anxiety, worrying about their partner and cheating. But my point of view is really about the ones who stay.
Right. So let him cheat in peace. And, you know, I thought about the whole idea of women just surrendering and say, you know what? Your husband or your boyfriend is going to cheat anyway. Just leave him. Just let him cheat in peace. But a lot of women don't think like that. That is a completely different way of thinking. So why do you think that a woman should just surrender pretty much and just allow it? It's going to happen. Just let it happen. I'm not going to fight it.
Well,
what's your justification?
I would say it like this. I don't really approve of anybody doing something they don't want to do. My thing is for the person who has made that decision already, not for those who's on the fence. Mine is more about the one who has made a decision, eyes wide open, to stay. But I try to get the women to see not to live in chaos, not to live in a place where you are not receiving any peace just because you made that decision. So I'm not really about helping that woman choose yes or no, stay or go. It's about the ones who actually have made that decision already. You deserve to still have peace. You deserve not to live a life of anxiety, wondering, looking, being aspired, looking through the phone. You deserve to live a life that is fulfilling, regardless of your decision. So that's pretty much where I'm at. But as far as a woman who has to make that decision, I keep them in prayer. It's very, very hard. But once you do, you have to live in peace and not chaos.
I asked Kennedy to chime in on this for me because for some reason she can't hear me. But why, if you're in a relationship that cannot be okay, I guess she went out to come back in.
Okay.
Why don't you just leave if the relationship is not fruitful, if the relationship is not working, and why would you sustain or maintain that type of relationship or be in that relationship if it's not fruitful?
Yeah, a lot of people stay for many different reasons. It could be emotionally, financially, and sometimes it can be just because they don't want nobody else to have them. Low self-esteem, no self-worth, don't believe they can find another love. A lot of people settle for their own personal reasons. So, yeah, it's really not about why would you stay? It's just an individual thing. Some women do stay, and a lot of women do leave. So it's a little bit of both. But yeah, many do stay, and they have their own personal reason on why they stay. Sometimes they believe that the partner can get better. They believe that the partner will become a better person, whatever they put their faith in.
All right. Teresa, they saying that's low self-esteem,
Yeah.
right? I'm hearing you, as I said on the pre-interview, I'm hearing you, but I'm not quite understanding. Let him cheat in peace. Is the song the same to me at like allow him to cheat, and furthermore, like if he's gonna cheat, like give him a condom, like go out there and do your thing. Is that what you're saying?
Well, you look at it like this. This is for the woman who stayed with a cheater. She knows he's a cheater. Some
Right.
of them really do know. And if they make the decision to stay with that person, then they're constantly thinking about this person cheating. So some of them know that they're cheating. Some of them believe that they will cheat, which means that is their thought all the time. Concerned about cheating, but yet not making a decision to leave. So this is based on if he just cheated, if you believe he will cheat, or you got evidence right now, and then that woman makes a decision based on a fear, based on anxiety, based on the evidence, based on the past, and she still stays with him, then I do believe at some point you need to make peace.
And Jocelyn said it here. She said, "Let him go in peace, not cheat in peace." Kennedy, are you back with us? Are you hearing me? Okay.
Yeah, I'm back. I can hear you now.
Okay, Kennedy, go ahead. What's your take on this conversation here, Kennedy? Let a man cheat in peace. Surrender whatever you feel and just let him, let him go ahead and do what he have to do. Is that your take?
Well, I don't know about love him and let him all that other stuff you just said. What I mean when I say let him cheat in peace, I'm only talking to a few women. This don't apply to all women. I'm talking about women that's been with a man that has been unfaithful. She know that he is cheating. He been cheating for the last 15 years. He done had babies. He don't come home at night. The list go on. She know. The woman I'm talking to, she know who I'm talking to. When you know that he's cheating and you still lay in a bed with him and you still be in a relationship with him, why is you study arguing and fussing and nagging and allowing discord in your house? You might as well just let him cheat in peace and focus on yourself. People only hear let him cheat in peace, but after you let him cheat in peace, it's something that has to be done. You either accept it and you create peace in your house, or you accept it and you figure out why is you allowing this to happen to yourself. And you work on yourself as a woman. It's not just let him cheat and let him do him. People always take stuff and they run with it, but that's not what it's about.
Mm-hmm.
It's really about yourself, acknowledging your choices that you're making.
But as someone said earlier, isn't that somewhat kind of low self-esteem? Because if
Exactly.
yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Yes, it actually is. When I counsel women and we have to go through this over and over again, I always tell them, let him cheat in peace. And while he is doing him, you do you. Because if you allowing this, you can't love yourself. You don't know your self-worth. You need to focus on yourself for a while. Most times when you're in a relationship, you worry about y'all. No, worry about yourself. That is, yeah, I agree. You have low self-esteem.
Right, but here's what I'm getting at, guys. If you just join us, we're having a conversation here. You too could join in on the conversation, guys. If you want to call in, the number is 718-701-5720. That's 718-701-5720. That's the number right there on the screen. Now, these ladies are saying, let him cheat in peace. And to me, that just sounded like it's a surrender. And for me personally, I cannot say, let my wife or my girlfriend or my woman cheat in peace. I'm going to be worried. What about if she go there and she cheat in peace and then she get pregnant, or she gets some kind of disease and she carry back home? That's not peace. That is that's horrible. So it's no peace in that.
You wouldn't be one of the ones. That's not the person we're talking about. You just said that you wouldn't be comfortable being in a relationship with a person you can't trust. We're talking about the people who stay with men they can't trust and yet live in turmoil each and every day. So it's not for everybody. Most people walk away from hurt, pain, abuse. Cheating is abuse. But at the end of the day, there's a lot of people who do stay. And if they choose to stay, they can't live every day in misery. People are in transitions. Some people need help right there where they're at. So that's what the title is all about for us. But to everybody else, it can be different. You know, we interpret things in different ways. But for us, people that we deal with that's in the midst of this situation and still decide to stay, we try to help them and encourage them to survive and live with some type of peace until the next transition happens. A lot of times this don't be the ending because another cheat might happen, or the person might boss up and get their self-worth and increase their power and walk away. But there are a lot of women who's in that moment of still wanting to stay in the midst of cheating, in the midst of a cheater, in the midst of it just happening, and even in the midst of believing that it will happen again. We're talking about them women right there. You can pinpoint it right there. The woman who chooses to stay after betrayal. And at the end of the day, no matter what a man do, you can't stop him. You can't stop nobody from doing wrong.
What about counseling? What about counseling and saying, listen, instead of let him cheat in peace, how about you guys see a marriage counselor?
Yeah.
Or some kind of counselor so that they could fix themselves? And are we talking about people who married or just people who dating? What type of relationship we talking about that they should leave them, let it cheat in peace?
Well, I'm personally talking about people who are in a relationship. You got to be in a relationship to be cheated on. That's another thing that happens too. So you have to be in a relationship to be cheated on. I'm talking about people who are labeled, who have a covenant, who are in union with each other. And that's how you are cheated on, because it's a betrayal of the promise, the betrayal of the vows, the betrayal of saying that we are going to be a unit. So we're talking about people who are officially together.
Mm-hmm. All right, let me ask you this question. Let me ask you this question right here. Why do you think that women cheat? Let's go back a little bit. Why do you think that women cheat?
You on me or you on Trivia?
Trivia. Is she hearing me?
Why do women cheat?
Yes.
I'm not sure. Yeah, I hear you. You said, why do women cheat?
Yeah, why do you think? Why do you
Women
think?
cheat for it's so many different it's so many different reasons why women cheat. but we're not really talking about why women do what they do. We're talking about the piece of the whole matter. Not why a woman do something, not even why the man is doing it. That's not even a factor because it's being done for whatever reason. There's so many different reasons why a person cheat. I could tell you 50 million things, but that still may not be one person's thing. It's a lot of reasons why people cheat.
Right. No, I'm women because I want to know your understanding as to why you think that men cheat, and if there's any difference between the reason why men cheat and the reason why women cheat.
I don't think
Okay,
it's
so
really a
to
difference.
me,
Oh, go ahead.
is a difference.
Go ahead, Trivia.
Huh?
There's a delay. Go ahead.
Okay, so I feel like it's a difference in women and men. I can't
Uh-huh.
really speak in particular of why a man cheat or why. I just know women because I'm a woman. So when
Right.
I say let him cheat in peace, I'm really trying to help her get to the root of really why she is allowing this to happen. I can't speak in regards to a man because the man situation is totally different because I'm not a man. But as
Mhm.
women, when I say let him cheat in peace, stop creating more problems on top of the problem you have already accepted. And when I say accepted, we're not talking about all women. We're talking about some. And we're talking about the women that has already accepted that this man is cheating. He done did it. He's continuing to do it. We talking about that type of woman. And when you create that type of peace in your life, in your heart, and your soul, the next step after peace is clarity. And when you
Mhm.
get clarity, you able to see, wait a minute, I don't love myself. Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. You got to get to that peace though. That anger ain't gonna get you nowhere.
Mhm. Um, you were saying nice.
Oh no, I was just saying that when you asked the question of why women cheat,
Yeah.
um, just as Shatrivia said, it's so many different reasons why. She has her own story. Every
Right.
woman has her own story and why she cheated, and it all depends on what she needed. What she needed, what she wanted, the pleasure. It could be lack. We know it's all low self-esteem. It can be greed. It can be so many reasons. She probably not being fulfilled. And probably because of an ego, just wanting her ego stroke. But this can just be her lifestyle. It just depends on each woman. But people cheat because they want more than what they have.
Yeah. Okay. So Ice, do you think the other way around? Is the other way around the same? Like a man should say, let his woman cheat, and he's fine with it. It's just let she do what she had to do and let he work on himself.
Yeah, I also talk to men about this situation too. They deal with the same thing. There are men who are with women that they love, that they want to be with, and they believe they're a cheater. They cheated already, or they believe they will cheat. And they will make the same decision like that woman to stay in their relationship because they want to keep their women. And I will tell them the same thing. If you decide to stay with all the evidence, all the fear, all the issues that you have, you cannot live your life in turmoil. You got to find a way to carve out peace if
Hmm.
you're choosing to stay. So it's the same on both sides. It's a lot of women that cheat too.
Hmm. But peace of mind, peace is not is knowing that your mind is relaxed.
Yeah,
You're in a good place. That's peace, right?
yeah.
But I don't see how I could be in peace if I feel or if I know my significant other cheating on me. So that can be no peace. That is terrible. That is a headache.
For you, but see, for you, Junior, that wouldn't be considered peace to you. But there are people who is willing to settle. There is
Uh,
people that will find peace in what they have already. I know you probably hear this a lot of times. I would rather be with them than start over. So some people create this peace inside of their head that they are okay with staying in this situation. So when you say you can't have peace if I think they cheat, know they cheated or cheated before, that's up to the individual. Because some people really do settle. And some people that I know of have okayed the lifestyle as well. some people are really okay with it.
It's,
I
you
feel
know,
like
yeah.
we talking in circles.
Mm-hmm.
The reason why I feel like we talking in circles is because we have to really think about this from a different perspective. Everybody knows somebody that's been in a relationship for a very long time, that's been getting cheated on and mistreated for a very long time. And they always come and ask for advice. They cry and they be sad about it, but they still stay with that person. You can't tell them nothing bad about that person because they love them to death, even though they cheating and mistreating them. I'm sure that we all know somebody that way. So we know that, and in a sense, that person has said they okay with what's going on because they have stayed.
Mm-hmm.
So for somebody like me, a queen, Aish, that counsel people on a regular, when they come to us for help, what could you tell a person that has already decided to stay with somebody that's cheating and been cheating for the last 50 years? The best advice you can give them is to help them create peace, because the part that we not thinking about is peace. Peace is something that God gives us. And when you have peace that surpasses all understanding, God can speak to you and it allows you to understand what's really going on in your life. And that peace turns into something else. Not just peace to just live in a house with a cheetah. Peace to figure out the root to the problem. Why am I allowing this? I don't have to allow this. I'm better than this. That's what peace do for you. But if you hollering, screaming, and fussing all day, that's just anger. And then your kids and everybody, it's just turmoil in your house. But when you can create that standing in your soul, and that helps you understand the next step for your life. Not just let them cheat in peace and you just sit there for the next 20 years and let him do that. But if you choose to do that, that'd be fine. But that's not what we encouraging, for you to sit there and allow that. I
Mm-hmm.
encourage, let him cheat in peace so you and I can get to the root of what your problem is, so that you can
Mm-hmm.
grow as a woman or a man. That's what it's not. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I understand. I mean, I, for me, I was thinking that women don't think like that. I know a lot of men that think like that. Like, yo, why she don't just leave me? Let me just cheat. Why she always asking me where I going? She don't know the side chick is helping out the relationship. Men think like that. Men speak like that. But I never thought women thought like that. I thought women would always think like say, yo, when you talk to your girlfriend and all your conversation, all you go in the bathroom and all you talk and they say cheating on you, leave that bastard. I thought that how women think. I thought that was a school of where women went to all together, and that is the narrative. But it seems like if it's not, so there are women there that's open minded to these things. But here's the other question.
No, you tell a woman to leave her cheating man. That's the worst thing you could ever do, is do that. You can't do that. The worst thing you could ever do is tell a woman to leave her cheating man. She would never call you no more. She will want to fight you. It'll be done for. If you tell a woman to leave a man that's mistreating her, you better side with her, baby. That's how you gonna help her get healed. Because
Ah,
going against it, you don't do that. You don't go against a woman with her man, her side nigga, her husband. Never. You never go against it. You don't
wow.
say leave him. No,
Um,
stay.
the question I was gonna ask as a follow up to that: how long you letting him cheat for? Is there a time frame that you're gonna allow it for? And then, what is the landmark? Like when you reach to a certain point, how do you know that you have to will it in? At what point do you say, you know, that is enough cheating, and that needs to change? Uh, You know, first part of it. How long you let him cheat for?
When you learn your self-worth and you learn how to love yourself, that's when it's over.
Uh, but what if you learn your self worth and the man
And
still?
allowing it, it's over the moment a woman realizes she love herself.
Uh, yeah,
Uh-uh,
but
she gonna leave him. Once a woman realize her self-worth and she learn to love herself, you think she finna be with a cheat man, it's over. Now you can tell her, okay, let's get a plan together. How you gonna leave? Did you boss up? Did you get your savings together? You got your bank account? It's a plan for the departure. You think she finna stay with a cheat man after she done realize that he shares himself with other women, that he could be bringing her things home that he is mentally abusing her, because we can talk about that. Cheating is mental abuse. It's so many levels to this. But once you learn to love yourself, you're not gonna let nobody mistreat you, and then it's the end. You can leave him alone. Then it's over. We can have a party.
Guys, as I said, these women are unique. These women are unique because this is the stuff we talk about in the locker room. This is men talk. No, this is men talk. Like, yo, why my woman always on me, asking me about this and cheating, and she doesn't leave me alone? Why she don't let me cheat in peace? You know, that's what we talk about. And I mean, do a lot of women think like that? Do you guys meet a lot of women that share the same thought and experiences and like you guys?
Who is on Shatrivia?
You could take it.
Oh, you said do a lot of women think like this?
Yeah.
I think a lot of women are thinking like this and they're actually doing it in action. But it's an awareness that's not there. They're numb to it. They really don't know that this is happening. It's people right here today, it's women today that actually is doing exactly what we are saying, but they're not aware. They're not really aware that it's happening, because sometimes we as women puff ourselves up to believe that he'll never do it again. He bet not do it again. So we kind of trick ourselves sometimes to think that. But it is a lot of women who actually do think this way, but not aware that they're doing it. Sometimes they think somebody else doing it. They don't know that they're doing it. And this is the same kind of woman that is, how can I say, she all on him. She's jealous. She's scared. She's chasing them. She's demanding things. She's running behind them. She's checking up on them. That's the type of fear that we're talking about, that anxiety, because even some of the women that I talk to who actually make the decision to stay, some of these women are suicidal. Some of these women actually go through crying and pain back and forth because they're watching their behavior, and the behavior looks like the behavior that they had when they were cheating. So every day it's like pain for them. So yes, to answer your question, I do believe there's a lot of women who are thinking like this and that's actually doing it, but they really not aware of it because they told themselves in some kind of way that it's not happening, it won't happen, or he would never do it again. And I mean that because let's talk about the making a decision a little bit. Once a woman find out everything, or once this woman is living with this distrust with a partner, she's making that decision a lot of times without healing, without change. Sometimes, you know, you'll hear, I have heard a woman that found out think that man is cheating on a Friday night, but she making breakfast on Saturday morning. They take the kids to school on Monday, they going to church on Sunday. So sometimes that decision is made without change. And a lot of those women are really hurting today. Really, really bad. Because they did not allow counseling, like you said before. They didn't allow that person to separate and get themselves together. A lot of people is making up and having make-up sex and continuing on in a relationship after they make their decision to stay without healing, without some type of change. It's a lot of people that's not having a true reconciliation. So yeah.
Interesting stuff, guys. We open up the phone line again. I saw someone was calling earlier, and all I tried to.
Yes, Junior.
Oh, you there? Caller, you on the line?
Yes, Yes.
Yeah. I thought I lost you. Go ahead, caller.
Yes, Junior. Good afternoon. Good afternoon to the ladies. Good evening to the ladies. Also.
Yes.
I'm not sure if I'm missing a point here, but I want to chime in and say, firstly, how can you get peace?
Caller?
First of all, in my opinion, in order to get peace in a relationship that is not going right, where somebody is cheating or whatever, is to leave the situation. So to send a message and say, well, let him cheat in peace or let her cheat in peace. Am I missing something here?
Yeah, you guys hear me, caller?
Can I take that, please?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, King, you're not missing anything. You are thinking correctly, and you're thinking in a very healthy way. One thing that me and Trivia talk about all the time is confusion cannot be understood. And that's the issue. People who know better, people who think healthy, this is not going to make sense to them. And those who think this way, that's why we here, because those the one need some assistance. A lot of times people say you can't get peace in a relationship like that. But we ain't say relationship. We're talking about getting some inner peace in yourself so you can find yourself. You're not going to have peace in a relationship because you already think they cheating. But if you do decide to stay, you need to find some peace within yourself, as Shatrivia said, so you can find out what your next level is going to be. Who is going to be there for the person who stays? Who's going to be there for the person who's confused, who's in darkness, who's lost? Who's going to be there for these people? So we're helping a lot of women. We help all women, but we've been focusing on women who is dealing with the matter right now, real timing.
Caller,
Right.
let me ask you a question. Before you ask your next question, let me ask you a quick question, right? Isn't that something that when men talk, right? I mean, when we was young, we all talk that crap and say, yo, I just hope that my woman would just you know what I mean, just leave me alone. Let me just free up myself. I ain't going away. Just a little piece I get and I'm coming back. And you hope.
Well, locker room talk, you know.
Yeah, locker room talk. But I never thought that women would have that, you know, women thought that way too. You know, so I go ahead, caller.
Women naturally take more risk than men, you know. In my opinion.
Okay. But
but another point I want to make is that most of the time when people are cheated on in any circumstances, they get broken and feel a sense of selflessness in a sense. So for me, telling a woman or a man let him cheat after being broken, how does that help an individual?
Well, we're not telling them that, sir. This is their decision that they're telling us. This is after their decisions. We're not telling them to stay with them. They're telling us, I'm not leaving. How do I live? How do I survive? They're telling us.
So how about advising them and say, go to counseling? Go to counseling.
Yeah,
like,
definitely.
But don't allow him to cheat and just forget about it. Don't just surrender. Go to counseling. You guys need help. Like, work on mend the relationship, especially if they have children. What if they have kids?
All of that is involved. But at the end of the day, sometimes these women can't even get them to counseling and they have to take care of themselves. And we take care of them. But yeah, all those that you're talking about.
Yeah,
you're definitely gonna advise them to do all of that. Yes. But sometimes they just not.
Caller, you have a closing thought?
No, there's just so much to say, and I can't get my words together. I'm going to call back.
Yes. Caller, do that. Thanks for calling.
Okay, all right, Junior. Nice program again.
Oh, nice. Thank you. And Wednesday is Hump Day. Guys, listen. I want to see how many women in this chat here, on the program here that's watching, are in agreement with that idea of letting your man cheat. If you are in agreement with that, I want you to press that good old love heart. If not, I want you to press the thumbs up. Let me see how many women are in full agreement with let your man cheat in peace.
Hey, Junior.
Yes.
You should also add to that. Have you ever stayed with someone?
The crazy part about this.
Go ahead, Trivia.
The crazy part about this is that we having a conversation like we talking about some people, women that's mentally healthy. You know what I mean? We're talking about broken women treated for a very long time and has been mentally abused. So we're not talking to healthy people. We're talking to people that see things for what they want it to be and not for what it is. So their logic is totally from ours. So it's, of course you're gonna say let them cheat in peace. I wouldn't do that. Why would I want that? But a person that has been have been abused, manipulated, and mistreated, they're not looking at it like we looking at it. So it's like it's it's just crazy how everybody taking a look at it. It's so many people out here that's hurting and they don't use logic. They're hurting. It's a different mindset. You could never understand that because you ain't lived it. You ain't healed from it. Take a healed person to be able to identify a hurting person that is hurting. That's why they thinking that way. To even think, let him cheat in peace. You know what I mean? Even to stay with a cheater. You talking to a abused person. You have to have mercy for that person. Not encourage them. Leave him, leave him, leave him. Why could you ever? Now you're judging them. You got to help them heal.
Yeah. Okay. So let me ask the panel. Let me ask you guys a question, right? If you in the situation, this is a practical situation here. Your boyfriend came home and he said, "Baby, I have something to tell you." What is it? Well, I cheated on you. I had sex with your close friend, your good friend, very good friend of yours. You know her well. You and I went to high school together. Anyway, your reaction to that. Let's first go with Ice. Your reaction to that. What you gonna tell that boyfriend?
Is that for your callers?
No, that's for you.
Oh, listen. It takes an honest woman to be able to say, I had evidence of him cheating and I stayed 6 more months, 6 more years, 20 more years. It takes an honest woman to say that. The question is really, have you stayed knowing that he cheated? If you have, then you're the one we talking about. She know who she is. So it's not about what you say, it's what you do. It's what your actions were. And sometimes I was telling you earlier about awareness.
Mm-hmm.
I know women that I talk to, and they will actually say, when he cheated on me, I left. I'm like, really? It'll be 6 months later, though. They talking about 2 years later. They talking about 10 days later.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people don't want to be aware that they stayed. So that's what I mean when I say awareness. It's not about what you say. People be arguing all night long, talking about some, you better not do this, you better not do it again. I'm leaving. The man say sorry and they stay. It's about, did you stay?
Mm-hmm.
It's totally different.
Yeah. You know what? I think I understand where you're coming from. I think it clicking now. It clicking. No, it clicking. It take long to click, but it clicking.
Well, you know.
Here is how I understand it, right?
Okay.
Right. And correct me if I'm wrong. Trivia, help me out here. If you're with your man and he's cheating on you, right? You in your head, you tell yourself, you might as well stay with him, because if you go with another man, he will cheat on you again. So you cheat. Is either you accept the cheat now or you accept it later, but sooner or later you get cheated on. So you accept it and you say, what? Just cheat if you have to cheat, just be careful. Am I anyway along the lines of what you're talking about our past?
You're thinking about a certain woman. You're not. You got to think about all different women. Once again, you have to think about what we're saying. We're talking about the woman who makes a decision to stay for whatever reason. It don't got nothing to do with not starting over, starting up with a new relationship. It's just a personal choice. Whatever her personal choice is, she decided to stay. And if she decides to stay, she opening herself up to be cheated on again. Live in misery or build yourself up and find some strength. It's just that simple.
Yeah, but here's what I'm thinking, right? And trivia, Ola, help me, please. I guess I didn't hit the mark. I guess I was far away from the mark, right? I think to say let somebody go ahead and cheat is surrendering. He's putting up the white flag. Go ahead, guys. Do what you have to do. Just do what you have to do. Go ahead and cheat, and don't worry about it. I'm not gonna be upset about it. Just do what you have to do. that in a way you inviting or you're telling him or you're encouraging him to go out and cheat. I think the better counsel would be, the better advice might be, okay, you guys have problems. He cheated on you. Try to reconcile. Go to a counselor, see where the problem is, and see how you guys can mend this. Because it's obviously there is a problem here. Why is he cheating? Why is he doing what he's doing?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Why is he coming home and he's bringing home all kind of STDs? He has another baby mama and he has all these things that he bringing home. Why is it? Is it a mental problem? Is it a problem that the man have? Do we need help? Does this relationship worth saving at all? So speak to a counselor. There are people that specialize in these things, that could advise people on this thing. And they say, well, listen, the best thing to do maybe is to try to find yourself in some kind of way, spend more time, take a vacation, get to love each other all over again. And probably in time that love will come back, communicate. But just by saying let him cheat, that's a big invitation. Go ahead, Trivia. You were saying?
What love got to do with it? Love ain't got nothing to do with it. You said let's fall in love again. Let's take the kids out. Let's go reconnect and all that. Those things are wonderful. But keep in mind, we are talking about a woman that is even a man that she know is cheating. And on a regular, she argues and fuss and fight with him about his behavior that she know he's doing. And she's not. That's what we're talking about right here. What you saying is absolutely the truth.
Yes.
If your husband was to come home and say he made a mistake, y'all going to counseling, he repent, he turned away from his behavior, all that good stuff. But we're not talking about the good side of this. We're talking about people that is in sin and choosing to do what they want to do, choosing to be there. Ain't no counseling going on. He just gonna go lay down and he gonna go back to work and I ain't gonna say nothing until I get an attitude and I might not fix a plate and you causing division in the house after you didn't accept it, him and he laid down and went to sleep. That's what we're talking about. We're not talking about healthy relationships. We're talking about toxic environments. That's what we're talking about. And in order to get a person to come to their senses, you have to, in a sense, help them feel better so that they can get to the root of the problem. That's what it's about. Y'all going around in circles, but that's not what this is about.
Okay.
You have to help that person because the person they with is treating them, but treating them bad.
All right, that's a question on the screen there. Mo Franklin. What advice do the panelists give to a woman who create peace for the man but chaos for the side chick? Will rather fight for the side chick than they rather fight the side side chick than the man.
That's a good one. Oh, that is a real good one. Well, that's not peace. That's the whole point of the story. And a lot of women be out here staying in a relationship. Remember, we talking about women who made the decision to stay. Only them. Those women that is still out here fighting, attacking, causing conflict with the side chick, that's not peace. And those are the type of situations that we deal with because those women are stressing themselves out. They can't even work. Women have quit jobs because of that side chick. That's what I mean. Living in hell because they made the decision to stay. That's wrong. Because it's not even her fault.
Guys, you know, all you are special, and I say thank you so much for this discussion, for this discussion. I had to say it because, as I said, I thought that was locker room talk for men. I thought that men just talk about this thing in the locker room, but no, you guys prove me differently. Women actually talk about these things and believe those things. Any last word before we wrap up? Trivia, any last words?
I hear you say what?
I'm saying that any last word, any closing comments before we wrap up on the topic?
Any closing? Oh yeah, of course. Any man that allows his wife, girlfriend to, any man that's okay with knowing that she's gonna let him cheat in peace, he should be afraid. He should be afraid if she let him cheat in peace, because she moves to her senses and things will change. That's all I want to say. And not only that, y'all need to purchase my book, Stop Hating Sad Chicks. We did not talk about that. We might have to talk about it at a later date. A lot of good stuff is in my book about sad chicks and men that cheat on a regular and serial cheaters. So don't forget to purchase my book.
Stop Hating Side Chicks is the name of the book. Where is it? Where is it available? Is there a link that we could put so folks could check it out?
It's available on Amazon.
Okay, all right.
It's available on Amazon.
Stop Hating Side Chicks. Interesting book. Available at Amazon. Ice, your parting words.
Oh, wow. Well, first of all, I just want to say thank you for this time. I enjoyed myself. And one thing I want to say is it's time for us to grow up. It's time for us to stop lying. Cheating does not have to happen, and you don't have to be a cheater. If you look up the word and the meaning to cheat and cheater, it's a dishonest skill for your advantage. It's time for us to grow up and be honest about who we are, what we need, and what we want. And then that way we don't have to deal with this cheating, betrayal, breakdowns. We don't have to deal with all of that if everybody would just be honest. I do believe that it's someone suitable for everybody. So make sure you're picking a person that match your lifestyle. Make sure you find somebody that's suitable for you. And as for the ladies, we got something special for you guys tomorrow. You should definitely join Shatrivia's group. It's called Stop Hating Side Chicks Discussion Group. It's here on, it's on Facebook. And we're going to go into detail. The women is really going to talk and we're going to be transparent. You all want to be there. Me and you welcome to come too. But I'm going to focus on the women tomorrow. And we're going to answer a lot of these questions. And definitely purchase Stop Hating Side Chicks.
Yeah, we'll put a link over there so folks could check it out. Trivia, thank you for coming back on again. We appreciate you. Ice, thank you just the same. It was a pleasure having this chat with you. I know the conversation is going to continue far after this live is done because it's a nail biter. Let me see what people.
Thanks for having me.
No problem, guys. No problem. We'll keep in touch. Have a great evening. Stay safe. Stay safe. Stay safe. Stay safe. All right.
You gotta be firm in this time, son.
Yeah. Stop Hating Side Chicks is the name of the book. You guys got to check it out. From Trivia, a good friend. She actually been on the She was on the program. I think it was 2 years ago. She had a story to tell, and she's back again. Guys, let me know what you guys think about this. Let me know what you guys think about this, because to me, let me tell you something. It seems like a surrender. I don't know. It seems like a surrender. I can't do it. It's hard. No, I can't. It's uncomfortable for me to think about it. Let her cheat in peace. To each his own. All right, anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much for chilling with us. I'm sorry that we were a little bit late today. As I said, we had a lot going on with these funerals and stuff. So tomorrow I'll be back here in the air chair precisely at 6 p.m. And for the rest of the week, I'll make it my duty to be here. On Friday, we have the Ride Trivia. I want you guys to join us for Ride Trivia on a Friday. We have Kibbs, who's been going up for the second week in a row. And she seemed like she's unbeatable. Nobody could beat Kibbs. So join us on Friday for Ride Trivia, guys. And don't forget, also on the weekdays from not weekdays, tomorrow in the morning at 8 a.m. join Wake Up Rise with Dr. Z. Starts at 8 a.m. And on Sunday at 6 p.m. is Veron Richards' program called Plain Talk. A lot of things happening here on the ride. Make sure you subscribe so whenever we go live, you get notification. All right? Peace out, guys. Don't forget, I want to tell you guys about the census. Make sure you follow the census online. Follow the census right now. I know we count as Caribbean, so there's question number 9, I believe, asks you for your nationality. You know, you could actually put your nationality. You could put Grenadian, Trinidadian. You could put that on the census form. Yeah, check it out. For more information, check this out about the census 2020.
Hey, did you know that the census is due this year on April 1st? And guess what? This time we can finally count as Caribbean. This year, all you have to do is 1. Check the race box, and 2. Write in your country of birth or ancestry. You can answer by the paper form, online, or by phone. Everybody counts in Census 2020. So count as Caribbean. Yes, we count.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Again, join us again tomorrow for more Ride Along Live. Peace out. Bye-bye.